When Super Spy Lee Travis was killed, his enemies thought they'd got rid of him for good. But he wasn't gonna let death stop him. Just because you're dead doesn't mean you can't be deadly. A new breed of spy. No network is safe. He's impervious to interrogation.
Where are the files? Where are the files?
And he is still deadly. Deadly. Just because you're dead doesn't mean you can't be deadly. Joe Whelan lived a quiet life, but his marriage was falling apart, and he couldn't understand why.
That's awful, I can't believe that. Oh my God. Sorry, what were you saying?
As it turns out, Joe Whelan sees life a little differently from reality.
Sorry, what were you saying?
The man who didn't realize he was shouting all the time. In cinemas now.
This is BBC News, the headlines at 9 o'clock. Weather chaos strikes again. Hundreds of people stranded overnight as snowstorms...
Oh my God, it's happened again!
Chris, we've been through this!
Then why can't I remember? It went from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Nothing!
It happens to everyone twice a year!
I lost an hour. Why is no one listening?
Chris, we can't keep doing this every 6 months!
Oh my God, they got to you. Hello everyone, welcome to the Director's Cut podcast. My name's Craig Meighan, I'm the host of the Director's Cut podcast. These are the tables of the Director's Cut podcast. You're the audience of the Director's Cut podcast, and let us now meet the guests of the Director's Cut podcast. Director's Cut podcast! I'm Craig Meighan, by the way. It was pointed out to me that I didn't say that enough last month. Major name check fail, so I'm Craig Meighan. Craig Meighan. But before we bring our three guests out, let's see them in action in the trailer for their new sitcom, Polis.
Can you explain to me how you managed to screw up so monumentally in just your first day in the police department? Do you know how much damage you caused?
Hello.
That's for you. You can't keep bringing your demons to work with you.
Joey!
Company policy.
Just tell us what we need to know.
Guess what? You two are partners now.
Call that a mustache? How can you even see with those glasses on? Where did they teach you to shoot, Benshaw Academy? What is your problem? Okay, Trent, remember, calm and collected. There's no need for violence. Trent.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. Like a career, Steve.
No hope for this one.
No ticket, no gun.
Please welcome to the stage the BAFTA award-winning writers, Graham Hughes, Keith Grantham and Graeme McGeagh.
Hi.
We're going to crack straight into our first round. Tonight, what we'll be doing is some of the rounds will be questions that I'll pose to the panellists, and some of the rounds will be ideas that they'll have to come up with by themselves, and some of the rounds are stuff I've asked them to think about in advance. Our first round is called Lost in Translation. If you've seen the show before, you'll know that this round is about when film titles go abroad. Quite often there are turns of phrase or sort of metaphors that don't really make sense in foreign languages, and a lot of the time they translate it to something either more literal or something just completely mental. What I'm going to do is ask you to have a look at these and tell me what the English speaking title of the film is. So our first one tonight is My Partner with the Cold Snout. It's from Germany. What do we think?
Babe, Pig in the City.
Partnered with.
Why choose the sequel?
Was that a detective movie? I don't think I saw that one.
That's what it's called, isn't it? Pig in the City.
Is that not the sequel?
Yeah.
Babe 2.
Babe 2. Babe 2. It isn't
not?
Babe. It isn't Babe 2.
Part of the quadrilogy of Babe.
Yeah. It's no pigs, no cities.
Marley and Me.
It is not Marley and Me.
That was a good shout.
That was a good shout. It was on
Like that guy.
Yeah, I've literally no idea.
Any thoughts from the audience? Do we know?
No, do we just look like absolute idiots right now?
No, that's fine. I'm just seeing. Does anyone know? Anyone? It isn't. That is as close as anyone's going to get, I think.
What about K9 then, just on the back of that?
And Graham Hughes has it. It's K9.
Appreciate that.
Well done, Graham. You score the first points of the night with that.
Times.
Our second one is Captain Supermarket. That's from Japan. I really like this.
Just like Michael Barrymore thing from the Supermarket Sweep.
Michael Barrymore.
Let's do it.
Wrong game,
I was thinking, is he?
He's the one out the pool.
Because
Wrong game, man.
Yeah, it's just hard to keep up with the Barrymore news. I don't know if maybe like ransacked a supermarket or something the last week. Can't quite call that.
He steals big inflatable bananas.
Any ideas? I'll give you a clue. It's the film that this comes from. What they've done is taken the first scene and the last scene and made a sort of unholy title based on that. It's got nothing to do with the main track of the film.
A captain in the first scene.
He works in a supermarket.
It's not that. He's in the supermarket in both the first and the last scenes, but the captain part, they've just sort of assigned him a random rank.
Is this Jarhead?
It's not, no.
Does it get anything to do with the army?
It is not. The rank is entirely arbitrary. It's like if I just started calling myself Major Meighan. It has no bearing on his job at all, and he doesn't. His job is in the supermarket.
What's that terrible film? Oh, I can't even remember what it's called now.
It's a good one.
I know, it is a good one. It's a bit like yours,
I have no idea.
Well, What does anyone have a
We're
thought?
doing good, guys.
I know, on fire.
This is
I've
good.
got
The
a point.
audience could
I'm
end up winning this. Any thoughts there? And I can actually, just through the lights, see some people that I know have seen this film and love it. I know all the camera operators love this film as well. So
Go on, Stephen Donnelly.
yeah, I'm going to have to give you it. It's Army of Darkness. Which I'm assuming you have seen. Either that or you've all just got some really bad news and to your earpiece. Basically, it's
He's not in a supermarket in the first scene, though.
it's the third Evil Dead film. He starts off working in the supermarket, and in one of the versions he finishes in the supermarket at the end. And the Japanese thought, well, he was killing a lot of zombies in the middle, but it's a supermarket bit that people are really going to
Maybe it was
care
the
about.
rank
That's
they-
what's going to draw the crowd.
Maybe that was the rank they would give him. Like, he looks like a captain.
Yeah, he's doing that job so well that we would have promoted him upwards 4 times. But yeah, well, let's crack on. Please do not touch the old women. I really like this, but it's also one of the rules of Director's Cut. So please do stick to that.
I'm out.
I'm going to give you a clue. It's been adapted to a musical, and
Warhorse.
It's not that. Basically, it's more the touching of the old women isn't really the issue. They're more concerned with scamming old ladies, if that's a clue.
Nah.
No, it's not.
It is quite amazingly. It's not Sex and the City, although that would be a good title for that. It's the producers. At the start, they scam some old ladies out of the money to make the musical, and I think the Italian marketing board just switched off at that point. We come up with a title now, yeah?
That's stereotype.
I'm going to bring up the next one. Who is this face belonging to? I kill you again, Honda!
Oh! I know it.
You must know it.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage, John Travolta.
It is.
Face Off.
It is Face Off. Yes. I love that because it's just it's like as if you'd got like Louis Spence to name a film or something. You know, it's just like really manic. Like our final one of this round. I think it might be my favourite so far. I did say that last month, and I will say it again next month. But
This means it's absolutely impossible.
Structurally, it works. This one isn't. This one is gettable, definitely. But where they got it from is the question. Great Buddha, I can smell you from afar.
Oh dear.
This is based on me.
No.
What are we thinking? I'll give you an idea that the sense of smell is the clue here. This is where they've
Is
sort
this another dog-based one?
it's not, no. It's an Oscar-winning film, which
With an Oscar-winning title.
which includes the sense of smell and
Perfume?
It's not, no, but that's exactly the right line to go down.
Not exactly right because it's wrong.
But again, I say these things to encourage you to keep answering. That's really the thing. When I go, oh, that's close. I don't really mean it's close. I mean that's wrong. But please keep talking because otherwise it's dead air.
It's something to do with smelling, but other than that, you're absolutely nowhere near.
Anyone? Scent of a woman. And the man from the audience.
You're doing shave again. You're losing that guy in the crowd.
You don't get any like that. What the hell is Buddha got to do with
Yeah, is that like some random?
Is it
just
like
kinda
thank
great
It's
God?
like an
exclamation?
An exclamation, like, oh my God, you know,
Oh,
great Buddha.
Which country was this?
Yeah,
China,
it was
says
China.
it like that.
It sounds like something to me like that someone in the 50s from America has written as Chinese dialogue. Like, it sounds deliberately
I get Mickey
racist.
ready.
But that is our lost in translation. I can see at the end of that round, Everyone's tied on points except Graham, who's losing. So
I
everyone.
should say it right now, I'm a really bad loser, so you better start giving me points, I'm going to have some serious issues.
That's good. You can have some points for just not being violent. That's worth some points.
That's not likely.
We've got a 0 fatality rating, and I
This
want to
table
keep
is
it.
getting flipped if I don't get a point right now.
The old Jesus move.
Great Buddha.
But yeah, at the end of that round, everyone's on 1, so well done.
Feeling good.
I feel like it was a bit of charity, but I'll take it.
Our next idea, I've asked the panelists to have a think about in advance, and these are worst ideas for a film. What I want you to do is pitch me the worst idea you can possibly imagine for a film, and I'll give you points for being funny. It's as simple as that. We'll start with you, Graham, because you look raging.
I'm setting the bar low, that's it. My idea is it's a Rocky sequel, right? It's a Rocky film where he doesn't get in the ring. He trains up this kid, we'll call him Tommy Gunn, maybe, right? And then basically they have a fight at the end and nothing much happens, and it's utter crap. I mean, can you imagine that film being made? It's
I'm going to give you a point.
Rocky films at the moment.
That's why they called
room for that.
That's why they called it Rocky Balboa, because they didn't want to actually admit the fact that Rocky 5 happened.
Yeah.
So
Do you know, I literally thought I was going to just explain Rocky 5, and I was like, nah.
no, that's too obvious. I'm better than that. Well, I'm not better than that, so I'm up for doing that.
I've got a documentary following Muhammad Ali and his journey to Jamaica for his first fight back against Michael J. Fox, called Shaky in Jamaica. It's going to be filmed by the same guy who did the Bourne films.
Oh, that's good. What you got, Graham?
Yeah, also in. Well, that's where you've set the bar too high.
Fucking nailed it.
It's a remake, because everyone loves a remake, of 12 Angry Men, because that's a classic.
Yep.
And what better to make a bad film by remaking a classic? I'm going to have Eddie Murphy in the main role, and then as the other 11 parts will be Eddie Murphy in a fat suit.
The best way, you're correct, to ruin a film is to remake it later with Eddie Murphy.
I've got a remake as well of iRobot. The only, I know you're saying that. I mean, iRobot is amazing, like perfection, pretty much. And that's what I thought when I first watched it. Except from the robots, I wasn't convinced by them. You know, it's not C-3PO, it's not R2-D2. So I figured Star Wars. You know, I'd change the robots with Hayden Christensen, who's a much more convincing robot. In actual fact, you know, he lacks all the human characteristics of emotion, being able to act, and generally being able to crack a smile or anything. He's just generally an absolute twat. I despise him. But incidentally, I know he's had a lot of work recently, though. I was going to say he's made a career out of it, but he really hasn't. What was the last thing Hayden Christensen was in?
Return of the Jedi.
He wasn't in that.
I was.
Don't remember that.
Kinda.
That didn't happen.
But anyway, as a wee bit.
It was Revenge of the Sith.
A wee bit of trivia though. He was the only person to win 2 Razzies for the same part. Star Wars.
So did he win it for
He
2
won it
and then
for
3?
both of them. Aye.
Oh, that's
2 and 3. That's how good
that's
it is.
that's good, but that shows you the Razzies are on the ball.
I know, because
that is
believe it or
bang on.
not, Rob Schneider has never won one.
It's all
What the hell?
politics, though, innit?
Someone gasped.
I know, and I actually gasped.
Oh my god, Rob Schneider has won one.
I should say he's been nominated 12 times, but he's never won.
All for this Bigelow. I have a sequel to 127 Hours where a sexually frustrated James Franco puts his dick in a Hoover. He has to ask questions. What did I do? Did I keep it here? Did I take me and Henry to the hospital? I don't know.
If you want better suction, I'd go with Dyson though.
You don't want to rip your dick off, you know what I mean?
He's lost an arm, where's the other foot, to be honest?
So I'm trying to get off his nub. So this gets cut down.
That's
Fuck, man.
that's
Mum,
that's
she
fantastic.
hates me already. I can sense it. There you go, Graham. Let's forget the nub.
Another awful one. This family thinks that their house is haunted, so they put cameras in all the rooms, and you see footage of them at night, and it like slowly builds up. just waiting for something to happen. But it turns out it's not haunted, and you just have hours of footage of them sleeping. It's called Normal Activity.
Yeah.
Reusing tweets, this guy. This guy.
I made that joke up about 6 months ago.
I'm green. I recycle, alright. Recycle a joke.
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
think we
really-
might have actually found the level.
I think
You're trying to get
disgrace.
disowned by your mother. That's all you're trying to do here.
Eris.
He's no saying.
Is it weird to give someone a point for saying anus?
Well, we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see later on.
I've got one more. It's pish. I secretly Home Alone, discrediting the whole Home Alone 3 and 4 there, just pish.
I like the third one. Don't either.
It's awful.
Go on.
It was alright, but in any case, I'll have Macaulay Culkin in it again. It'll be 20 years later. He's living above a bookies, nursing a gambling problem and an alcohol addiction. And he's suffering from serious abandonment issues because his parents left him twice and now nobody likes him anymore. And so, have you seen the picture of him recently? He looks, I don't know, like Casper or something like that. I usually look at that. Truth be known, my girlfriend did a bit of makeup on me, so I actually look like a human being. She actually said I looked dead earlier, so that's why she put some colour in me. Like The Walking Dead, that's me. But in any case, he's nursing a gambling habit, and he's just generally, he's really down in his luck. And he's in the bathroom and he's screaming in that, but this time it's just out of sheer pain at how a terrible situation he's in. He's just, and then he swallows some pills, but then Joe Pesci comes and tells him that it's not his fault, and so it's fine, repeatedly. I'm not sure how it'll end, but I'm going to say he's going to be alone.
That is the bleakest suggestion anyone's ever made to.
It's a documentary.
It probably is. Like, if you go from having
it's
like,
actually more
Mila,
like a biopic, to be honest. I mean,
if you go from having Mila Kunis and then like being dumped, you're just gonna.
See, to be honest, aye, for 8 years. 8 years.
And then she got wise, realised.
How long
She got rich. And went, I'm not gonna pay for this fucking gimp anymore. Who's not done a film in like 20 years. You still look the same. It's weird.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't look the same.
Ravaged.
He looks like an 8-year-old on crack.
He's got growth, and you're like, why? You're 10 years old. How do you get growth? What the fuck's going on here? You know what I mean?
Some people can't have growth at 23.
Keith didn't grow eyebrows until he was like 12.
I have eyelashes.
I know, you've got eyelashes, but the eyebrows. That was 12 years old.
They're fucking
What has it
well
rains?
shapen.
Just got like
Well
rain all
shapen
in your
eyebrows.
eyes.
Let's just move on.
Can I bring us back to something resembling a show? Because we've moved
You
on.
asked us, so you're fucking
I know.
You've been cheated. The other guys had water and
I know, what is this?
left
piss?
hanging.
We had to get beverages, it's not
can buy your own
alcoholics.
drinks.
They just had to.
Well, see this bit when we were beforehand, I was like talking to you about things, and then you were like, can we bring beer out? And I was like, yeah, that was the bit where we were talking about the beverages.
I need minutes of that meeting.
See, to be honest, it's 3 against 1.
Just
We
to
don't
let you know,
remember
like you have to kind of listen carefully to all the words that I'm saying. For saying shaky Jamaica to a panel show, I think Keith has to win that round. So congratulations, Keith, you win.
I'm not going to applaud that.
This table's going, by the way.
You're 4 points behind, so you've got a chance to
Pull it
make.
back.
I'm totally just getting.
You're doing a good job.
No, yeah, I feel like I feel like a supply teacher. That's what I feel like.
You're gonna get home, you're just gonna be exhausted like never fucking again. Am I gonna be near those guys?
Yeah, we're on to our odd one out round. Finally, and our panelists are going to be asked to choose the odd one out and why from these. But first, I'm going to give them a point if they can identify the 4 people.
That's Jimmy Stewart.
Katie Grant. On the left.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
2 other people.
Yeah.
and 2 other people. That's good.
I'm going to say they're dead.
They're all dead. I said identify them. I didn't mean the bodies.
Doesn't matter who they were.
Don't worry. I'm not going to wheel them out.
She's the
special
one
guests.
because she's the only one who's a woman.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Next.
It's not that she's a woman.
But she is the odd one out.
No.
Then, okay. Right.
So who we've got is Cary Grant. We've got Gregory Peck for film.
That's bloody. Yeah.
Grace Kelly, and we've got James Stewart. So
Cary
who's
Grant's
the odd
gay.
one out and why?
He was the only one that was born in Britain.
That's not it either.
No.
It's more about who they worked with, films they were in.
Hitchcock.
Correct.
Don't know who. I don't know.
That's the
Gregory
extent of
Peck.
it.
It wasn't.
That is exactly the correct answer. Well done. Cary Grant, Grace Kelly, and James
Big
Stewart
teacher
all worked with Alfred Hitchcock on 3 or 4 films each. Gregory Peck was never in a Hitchcock film, but every time Hitchcock brought a film to the studio, they said, "So is it going to star Gregory Peck?" Because he was the sort of biggest billed actor at the time, and every time he said, "No, next time he's not quite right for it," and he eventually they both died, because that can only go on until the life ends. So there's a finite amount of time you can say.
You don't seem deadly though.
Points for Graham. Well done. We've got Hollow Man, Charlie's Angels, Van Wilder, and Roadhouse.
That's interesting.
So, what's the odd one out and why?
That was the cogs in his brain trying to work.
Yeah, it's weird when you hear someone
What's the
think.
first one again?
Hollow Man.
Because I can only
Hollow
see man from
Man.
here.
Yeah, it's invisible.
They're all classics.
Well, I'll give you the clue. The common theme that links them all is that they're all bad.
That's a lie.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
flat out
We'll
right.
get to that.
Believe me, well.
But
Some say the sequel of Charlie's Angels is very good. We'll
No.
get to that later.
now you're on the right track with sequels.
Hollow Man's the only one without a sequel.
Roadhouse didn't have a sequel.
Yes, it did.
Oh no! Wait.
He's
Hollow
right.
Man's not a sequel.
No, Hollow Man did.
Oh, bugger off.
They've all had sequels. but
So one
Yeah,
didn't
Van
have a
Wilder's
third
is
then.
Kumar's or whatever.
then,
Charlie's Angels
So
didn't have
what would be the
Oh, they've all starred in this sequel apart from Van Wilder.
Apart from Patrick Swayze.
it's exact it's exact opposite of that. It is actually
The only one that had the
Charlie's
sequel
Angels
is Charlie's
had
Angels.
it,
yeah, Charlie's Angels. They're all terrible films with equally and worse terrible sequels.
I'm offended.
Except Charlie's
Charlie's Angels.
Angels, which actually starred the same cast and was
Awesome.
was not awesome, but was better received than the original film. So basically, none of those films starred the original actor in the sequel except for Charlie's Angels. So at the end of the odd one out round, Keith's still annoyed
Fucking
by
right.
miles.
How does that?
So well done. This is elevator pitch. The elevator pitch is a concept of films where they always say that you should have a 10-second pitch in case you're ever stuck in a lift with Steven Spielberg, and you can pitch him your film really, really fast. And it's just about being opportunistic in Hollywood. What I want the panellists to do is we're going to look through some of your suggestions, which are always
I think we're fucked,
mentally stable. And I'd like you to suggest what the film would be like, and who would be in it, and whatever other details you want to chuck in. Let's see what we got. Potato heat, I quite like.
Is it like heat?
Like heat, I like proper.
We'll
heat.
see what Mickey Rourke's doing.
It's a biopic of Wayne Rooney. I quite like James and the Giant Priest. That's really a call back to last month. This is Frost versus Hogan. I think could be either the best fight or the worst interview.
No.
ever.
Paul Hogan.
Paul
Hogan or Hulk Hogan, do you know what I mean? Both of them kick ass though.
I always thought a Paul Hogan film I'd really like to see is a remake of You, Me and Dupree, but it's You, Me and Crocodile Dundee. I don't see how that could make that film not better.
I know.
Titanic, come on.
I've got a great pitch for that. We'll put it in 3D and just re-release it.
What about this sort of Steven Seagal type sounding Pint of Pain? I quite like that.
That's just beer.
So Danny Dyer
Yeah, Danny Dyer, definitely.
is in the title role of James Pint. And he just wants to have his last pint alone, but he keeps on getting hassled by these ultimate fighters. So they have a lock-in, and it just all gets worse from there. There's a lot of pain.
A pint of
I
it.
really like you just saying hassled. As if like they're not trying to fight him, they're just
No, he's just an ordinary Joe. He's just like, I just want to have my pint in peace. And then they're
Because
like,
I was watching Ultimate Fighting, I was like, God, they're really hassling each other.
no.
That guy's lying on his back, beating him in the face. That
This
is
isn't the
just...
fighting, this is lead up to the fighting. They're hassling him. They're not fighting him, they're leading up to it.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't think you go.
Are they in a
like-
ring though?
No, it's in a pub.
In a pub.
How do you know they're Ultimate Fighters? What happens? What's their background?
They come
They
up
have
and they're like,
gloves.
What's their motivation? Why are they hassling him?
The
because he's a
ultimate
tough guy.
fight.
Ultimate Fighters
Danny
don't pick
Dyer.
fights, they
Danny
go into
Dyer
rings
in
and
the pub
fight.
and you have to fight him. That's,
Danny Dyer's not a tough guy.
He isn't filmed.
I could kick his fucking... I was just about to drop a C-bomb there. I managed to stop myself.
I don't think
Makes a
I
change.
didn't think he was like a hard man after he did that advert, that show, and he's just hanging about with tough guys. And he goes, "It's all alone. It's just me."
Oh, did he not cry because he was scared of the?
You're
He's scared
Aye.
of a gangster.
He's really hard, isn't he?
It sort of it sort of devalues his kind
It's just
of.
him hanging about with Ray Winston.
Yeah, but like,
Ray Winston is hard, but...
aye.
You know,
Nah.
Bet 365.
That's what I mean, like-
Just his head.
I know.
That freaks me out. Can you imagine just sitting above and Ray Winston's head just appearing? All right. Fuck you. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, if he
The new
appeared,
games master.
it would be amazing if Patrick Moore did just appear every time you got stuck at Call of Duty. It's just this massive big face appeared in your head. Back to the Future 12.
It's just Dog Brown dead.
Michael J. Fox.
In a car. He's in a car accident.
They were going at 88 miles an hour.
He gets arrested for 88 miles per hour. Like, do you know what speed you were doing? I was like, well, I was in the middle of fucking going back in time. That's a ticket, son. Keep your speed down. If you could go back in time, 30 miles per hour. Or 20's plenty.
I think at the end of that round for his suggestion of the alternative future of Back to the Future, Keith gets a few points there.
Fucking nailed that.
But
I'm
you've
not
all
liking this.
but you've all scored in that round.
It doesn't feel like it.
If you get that side of the table and I'll get this side,
Aye.
it's less
She's
straight.
going up.
There needs to be no table flipping. There's plenty of chances to be awesome.
But I'm bottling it right now.
Do you know what you should do? Just rip this shit up like that. Make it again, Craig.
Yeah, see,
Take your hours of arts and crafts and I'm just going to rip it.
to be honest, my wife made these.
I'll kill you.
I'm not going to rip it, I'm winning.
I'll just flip the table, this will still be fine.
You'll get a half pint of pain from my tiny wife.
That's what you ask for on a Saturday night, eh? Whips and a gag.
But just keep it down a wee bit.
A half. But
I
yes,
don't want marks.
A shandy of
Visible
pain.
marks.
but that is the end of the elevator pitch round. We're going to move on to the top three round. And
Oh shit, I should have thought that one.
yeah, and what we've got is the top three movie couples, which I asked the panelists to have a think about. So you can interpret that in any way that you like. You get points for a funny reason, and you get points for matching any of my top three that are on this bit of paper. So why don't we start with Graham?
Okay, which one? Yeah, my name's Graham.
Far Graham,
Jamie.
Graham McGeagh.
Yeah. Okay, my first one will be Wally and Dave in See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Because I think they're the funniest duo ever in film. And it's perfect because you've got the diversity going on. One's black, one's white, one's a Jew and one's not a Jew. One is...
Richard Pryor, he's one good Jew.
Yeah, he's a good Jew. One's blind and one's deaf, so it's great. They all come together and it's the fight scenes are just the funniest thing I've ever seen. And also when Gene Wilder holds that lassie up with his erection. It's just absolutely
That film is
priceless.
fucking funny.
It's good.
I think it's the best double act that I've ever seen.
I'm feeling a kind of...
Does no one know
does
this
anyone
movie?
know
I know,
what that film is?
seriously. See No Evil, Hear No Evil? No, seriously.
It's a very good film.
Somebody likes it.
It's amazing.
One guy likes it.
What's your second choice?
It's going to be Harry and what's her name? Harry and Harmony and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, because it's the best film in the world. But I'd like to check in Val Kilmer as well in that. It's a kind of three-way romance because it's just so they're brilliant together. They're just the great dialogue. It's just the wittiest dialogue I think I've ever heard in my life. you watch Frasier and you're like, God, this is shit in comparison to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which makes Cheers even worse, and then after that it's Something We Write, which is tragic. But I just think they're a great couple and it's really hilarious. I don't think there's an awful lot of great... What are you fucking saying?
I'm saying you're doing well, keep going.
Hey, I'll fucking see you afterwards, by the way.
Sorry, I don't have any today. I'm just going to be rambling again.
Which I'm doing right now. Oh, just a great couple of fucking repartee. I mean, who uses that in a sentence? Yeah.
Go on.
But yes, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the three actors making the best couple, which is it's good. I did ask you to interpret that in any way you like, so adding another person is fine.
There you go.
So what's your third choice?
Finally, it's Mike and Sully in Monsters Inc.
That's a very good
Because
choice.
it shows that blue and green can cohabit and exist together peacefully. To a degree. Yeah. Man, I hate to say it, in the end though, like, Mike is the best. What's that about? No.
Sully's just gone into administration.
I know, Sully just becomes an That's what he's dealing with, actually. That's what his pad's for him then.
He's minus 10
But I
laughs.
think they're great together as well, and it's brilliant. A great combination.
I think the accounting in Monsters Inc. is more realistic than the current Rangers affairs.
I'd suggest so, yes.
I
looks
think,
like
I
Craig
think
White.
Rangers have got plenty of laughs right now.
Yeah. Those are very, very good choices. What do you have, Graham?
Right, Wally and Eve from Wally, obviously. Just because it's like, it's just nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nice.
You got a proper awe there
Yeah.
from a couple of people.
I like it.
That's
Anyway.
nice.
Gandalf and Pippin, the greatest love story never told.
You really should have been here last month for Chris's explanation of Gandalf and Pippin's relationship, because it's
Kind of awkward.
yeah.
I think there's a lot off screen that you don't really see, but it's all in the subtext. Pippin's got big feet as well, so that that'll balance out. I suppose he's a tall guy and he's got big feet, so not going to be that envy going
Yeah,
on.
they're a good couple. What was your third choice?
I can't remember it. Hold on.
Nailed it.
That's the one. Yeah, purely because I'm going for points here, and I think that Scott Pilgrim and Knives Chow might be on your list.
Essentially, I read your website.
Yeah.
In fact, I pointed him in the
Researched.
direction.
Yeah. I think that is the most blatant attempt anyone's made to get points.
The fact that I literally just said it.
No,
this is quite
it's
blatant.
good as well. Yeah, just
Well, also the fact that they're quite a funny couple. There's always a lot of laughs to be had with
Don't try and justify
suggested
it now.
paedophilia. Yeah.
too late. Trying
No.
to justify it now, but yeah, that is a perfectly valid choice.
They're good. Like him and Ramona had that kind of normal thing, but they had that.
They had the weird fight
The weird-
kind of thing. It's good.
Yeah.
And dare we ask what your three choices are?
Well, we'll go for it. We'll try it. I'll go Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. I love you, man. I love that movie. Very funny. And Paul Rudd's sweetheart. I'd literally dread that way. Kermit, Miss Piggy. I just saw the Muppets. That's exciting.
That
Jason Segel again.
Common theme here.
if this is for getting Sarah Marshall, you get a point off.
Well, cool, let's move on. Now, the hobo and his shotgun. We'll go for that.
Okay. I
don't have reasons. I'm just naming people.
Yeah,
It's
no,
okay.
I know you were just trying to think of a film title with a
I
band in
just thought that'd be funny.
it. Yeah, no, it's good. The loving relationship between a man and his gun.
That's what happens when I watch Charles Angels 2 Full Throttle.
My top three are Bogart and Bacall in The Big Sleep, just because it's the best man to woman dialogue scenes that ever occur in any film, and it's my favourite noir based on my favourite book possibly. So there's no funny reason for that other than they're awesome.
That
Graham-
wasn't funny.
Oh, I know. Graham scores 5 points.
Which Graham? Hold on here.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
This table.
Val Kilmer, Robert Downey Jr. and Michelle Monaghan. My third choice is Tom Hanks and Wilson the volleyball from Castaway.
I love that film as well.
Because I was annoyed, I was sad that Wilson was floating away.
You get more
and I
emotion
had
from the
to-
ball when you're in Meg Ryan and fucking Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if that's not surprising though. The ball's had more acting training than she has. It's better looking as well. A bloody handprint is better looking than Meg Ryan. A lot of Meg Ryan fans, then obviously. Tom Hanks and Wilson is just like. Apparently, the original film was going to be dialogueless, and it was just going to be Tom Hanks on the island, like. It was going to be a musical and kind of maybe some voiceover, and he suggested having someone to talk to, and when they gave him a volleyball with a handprint on it, he said, "That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. No one will believe that. Everyone will hate it, and like they'll just be dying for me to kick it into the ocean." And then like 40 minutes into the film, you're like, Wilson, what you like? Saying them things,
Typical Wilson.
even moving your lips. And I think that's an amazing achievement, both by Zemeckis, who directed it, and Tom Hanks for reacting to things a volleyball didn't say. I think that is amazing. So at the end of the top 3 round, Graham has won a round, so congratulations, and the tables can stay
You're all right.
upturned. With that, we're at the end of the show.
We fucking made it.
Tonight's winner by only 1 point is Keith Grantham.
Fucking nailed it.
So congratulations, Keith.
Are you ready?
Please give up for our guests, Graham Hughes, Keith Grantham and Graham McGeagh.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Craig. Good fun.
You can get their BAFTA award-winning feature film on DVD. It's called The Big Slick. It won the BAFTA for Best New Screenwriting last year, and it is going to be at several film festivals this year.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're lying, but that's good.
Great.
Yeah. So, well, don't buy it then.
I didn't say don't buy it.
Don't be like. And we'll be back here on the 25th of March when we've got 3 more stand-up guests and another episode of Director's Cut. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.